Okay, March 22nd. The ice has been off this little interior Stillwater for one day. I just see a little tiny chironomid in the air. Haven't seen any fish moving, but we're gonna head out there and see if we can find some fish. And if we can, I suspect that they're going to be catchables from last year, probably 2.5-ish to 3 pounds, hopefully, depending on how the winter went. So yeah, that's the plan. Let's see what happens. Okay, so first cast, I just got a fish, and it looks like Benny's first cast, he's got a fish. So we found the fish. We basically just searched around. We were heading through the lake looking at the finder and saw a couple fish moving. So decided to stop, put a leech on. Hey Benny, you gonna grab that? What's the one for me?
Sorry, what, net it?
If you don't mind, yeah. Oh, look at the spots on this thing, dude. This is one of those catchables for sure. Come on.
Easy. Jeez.
Gong show has started.
Amateur hour has begun.
Okay, here he is. Okay. One, flip him over to your side. Okay. Let's see if we can get the other one in there. So while you're playing that, why don't you tell us what the plan is today here?
Well, we brought the TFO Legacy LK 9-foot out and the TFO Legacy 10-foot out. We're just going to kind of compare them back and forth. We don't have a total true line comparison because this one is the 6-weight TFO special delivery, which all indications are that it's sort of a true 6-weight line. And Rob, you've got an anadrol.
I'm using the anadrol right now, right? The texture,
which apparently is like 1.5 times heavy. So not a total apples to apples, but we're going to be able to get an idea.
Right, and we'll probably be switching lines throughout the day to make sure we throw both of them with the same line, and kind of over the series of days to gather the data, just kind of see the pros and cons of each. You know, are the 10-foots worthwhile? Are they not? If they are, when are they worthwhile? That kind of thing. So there we go. Couple of oh, that's mine. You got the net?
Yeah. And that's why you never take them off.
Oh boy.
So my initial impression is that it certainly feels like a heavier swing weight than the 9-foot. I've got a larger, it's a little bit of an older Gray's cartridge reel, but it's heavier. So I'll try and see if it just maybe wants to be balanced up a bit better with a bit more weight on the reel side. The action's nice. It is not as fast as I thought it might be, which isn't bad at all. It's actually a relaxing rod to cast, but it just doesn't feel real light in my hand necessarily.
Well, an extra foot, plus you've got the bigger handle and the fighting butt.
Yeah, guess we'll see.
How does it feel on the fish?
Yeah, it feels good actually. Yeah, like I said, it's got a nice sort of a progressive action to it. It's not all tip, which is nice.
Looks like you, oh, you got some rhubarb on there, that's why.
No.
He's coming in with the rhubarb. Beautiful little silver bullet color. Look at the nice spots. Nice condition.
People have a lot of negative things to say about Fraser Valley sometimes, but Fraser Valley from a clear lake is one of my favorite looking fishes.
Right on. Well, we'll take a picture of that one. Now the little fatso catchable. I seen him come out of the water. Man, the colors on him. You might. So, I don't know if we talked about this earlier, but we came out thinking it was going to be meat and potatoes. Did see those small prawns at the launch, so then got a bit excited about maybe finding a small crawny hatch. Got out here, no prawns. Stuck with the leech, and it's been pretty good. Okay, here it is.
Yeah.
Strong fish. Here we go.
Yeah, like they're not aerial, but they're still awesome fighting fish.
Yeah, they're strong. Like I can barely get my I just can get my hand around this guy. So my M&M leech, same one I typically been using. There he is. Look at that little slab. Okay, buddy.
Over and out.
So you switched up reels, I see. Line as well?
Yeah, I put on my old Grays, what is this one called? The GTS 700. It's like a cartridge reel, but it's big. It's a little heavier.
What was the purpose of that though? Just for weight?
Yeah, just to counterbalance the extra little bit of weight. And to be honest, it works a little bit. The swing weight seems better.
Oh, that's a nice little catchable too. Fat. Holy.
Interestingly,
nice colors.
Interestingly, I've got this Rio Stillwater Classic on this line. Never fished it before. Have stretched the absolute hell out of it prior to casting, and the coils do not want to come out of that line. And it's interesting. It's kind of a heavyweight forward line. And I don't know. So before, when I was fishing the, you'll remember the name of that TFO reel.
The LK now, but it used to be called the SD3 or the SD size 3 we were using. Yeah.
So that reel had just the standard TFO special delivery, which is like a non-overweighted line. And I think this rod preferred that line over the weighting and taper of this particular Rio.
Right. I reviewed this rod with the SD3 and the Special Delivery Plus a couple years ago. It's on the website, and I found that to be a really good match.
Yeah. But yeah, so in terms of like how that rod feels in your hands, putting weight, matching it up with just a little bit bigger or heavier reel does balance it out a little, for sure.
Adios, amigos. Okay, what line is this?
So, totally acknowledging that there's more to a fly line than how it casts straight out of the box and whether it lies flat. But, so this is an older SA Nymph tip GPX, I think it's called, or an MPX.
Oh, geez, double header. Okay, I'm just going to let that one run. Sorry.
Yeah, just it lays, cast it out, laid flat. Fish took it right away.
So how did it cast though with respect to the 10-foot Legacy?
Yeah, quite well. Actually, being my first cast, I didn't necessarily try to get all my line out or anything, but it feels, weight-wise, it actually feels like a great match for this rod.
Okay.
And I don't remember what, I think if I remember correctly, apparently the old Nymph tips were half weight heavy.
I'm not sure.
Anyway, I still love this. I think they still make the MPX, and I love the line.
Well, we'll figure out what the equivalent is nowadays, and we'll let you guys know either in the comments of this video or the description of this video or in another video. Okay, here we go.
2 fish to land.
Oh. Okay.
Ready, come on over.
Cookie cutter little chunkers. Get in there. Come on, come on.
Turn around.
Oh. Okay.
Makes you work. Holy, look at the spots on that
now
one.
You take this. And what's going on over here?
Oh, spots on that.
This feels like one that's probably about the same. Or is this a little panache? No, it's a smaller fish. Nope, same. Coming in. Oh, popped off right there.
There you go. Only one to deal with. Perfect. And actually, that's already unhooked.
Yep.
It came off by itself. Wonderful. Ready?
You want me to get him out of the net here?
No, I'll lower the net and he'll swim right out.
Or so you think. There he goes. Right on, bud. Let's do it again.
Well, the leech was working better, seems like, when we got here, and then we kind of went through a little bit of a slow period, so we blobbed up and the fish seemed to be responding pretty good.
Well, let me clarify. Benny blobbed up.
Oh yeah.
I didn't, and I have no fish. And this is 2 fish, 2 casts.
Another yeller.
Yeah,
A little bit yeller.
a little bit of color. Nice fish. Let's see that blob.
No.
No,
Don't show it online.
I think it's it looks orange.
It is orange.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, well, good. So I've switched my leech up to a Cheeto, which is kind of a 2.0 version of the original Cheesy, which I'm not sure if I've ever posted, but I'm going to play it out for a bit. If Benny continues to catch fish and I don't, well, I'll be going through his fly box. So,
that's fun.
Benny got switched over to a Blob. I took the black leech off and put on that Cheeto that I was telling you about. And yeah, we're back in business. I'll show you this fly if I can. Oh, popped out. Oh, that's okay. I can show you the fly anyway. Oh, that was the one.
That was the one.
Probably 2 1/4. So let's get another one.
So that was fun. I always enjoy trying new rods and comparing and drawing contrasts between different rods. And so that was the 10-foot Legacy. I really like the feel of it. Like I said in one of the earlier pieces of video, I kind of expected it to be faster. And once I kind of got used to it, I did like the fact that it was slightly slower. And it's got good backbone when you dig in. It's significantly, like when you pick up a 9-foot and then you go to that, it's the swing weight is undeniably more, and you just feel it right away. And whether whether it amounts to anything over day fishing is kind of hard to say. Like, part of me thinks you just get used to that extra swing weight, and that is what it is. I mean, I fish lots of days. I've got a 10-foot Loomis as well, and fish lots of days on it. And it did get better by putting on a bigger reel and balancing that rod out a little bit. But and of the various, so what did we try for lines? We tried a Scientific Anglers. Oh, we never did try the Anadro. We did the Scientific Anglers.
No, the TFO Special Delivery Plus was the first one.
In a 6-weight. Then we did
the Rio Stillwater.
And then ended up using an older Scientific Anglers textured indicator tip. And then we were going to try your Scientific Angler textured Anadro, and we forgot to do that.
Well, we can do that next time. Of those three, what did you figure was the best?
I think the textured, the Scientific Angler textured indicator tip, which I again believe is a half-weight heavy, was the one it seemed to like the best. Although I have to say, it liked the TFO line as well, and maybe not so much the Rio. It felt like the Rio kind of felt like it made the rod power out a little bit.
It's a little bit heavier for sure on the front end anyway. Okay.
Yeah. Good. Anyway, all in all, I like the rod. Yeah, I mean, I would recommend it in terms of, bang for your buck. If you're looking for a 10-foot rod, yeah, bang for your buck. You can never go wrong with TFO. If you're looking for a lighter rod, I would say maybe you'd prefer a 9-foot. If you're looking for a rod, one thing I noticed is I could really lift a lot of line out of the water with that rod. And that is one of the things you get when you get a 10-foot rod, and you get a bit of extra reach. So I guess if you're tapping into those qualities like reach and pickup and stuff like that, if you're tapping into that and you don't care about weight, I'd say that's probably a great rod for you. If you're not tapping into those and are concerned about weight, I would probably lean toward a 9-foot.
Right on. Well, that's just test one. We'll fish with it some more and probably get something written up for a review.
Cool.
Right on. So that's it, folks. Fun day on the water. We came up we've been keeping our eye on this lake, so I knew that it was ice off yesterday. Pretty much figured meat and potato stuff. Did see some cronies at the beginning. Didn't find any out in the water, so stuck with the leeches. Mostly the black leech did the job. Put on the M&M. I think it was still on there from last year when we finished off the season last year before the ice came on. Slowed down a little bit at the end of the day. I ended up going with a brighter fly. I put on the Cheeto, we call it. It's kind of like a version 2 of the original Cheesy, which I'm not sure I've ever shared, but maybe I'll put that up on the site. Ben went with an orange Blob, and with those brighter colors we ended up picking up a few more at the end of the day. But yeah, that's it. Super fun. First real sort of ice off day on the water. Yeah, so where we go tomorrow, who knows, but we'll take you with us. So yeah, if you're watching this, please give us a like, share, subscribe, the whole 9 yards, and we'll see you next time.